These hybrids are really about giving you the creature comforts of a full-size caravan, right, in a smaller, narrower van, maybe not as high van, that you can take off-road and adventure with. So do you think this is that van? We've just picked up the beast. Check out these images. A brand new Stoney Creek camper, the Scout 15, fully off-road, lithiumized. Is that a word?
I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you tried. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away, it's so unreal. Didn't look out below, watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you.
Okay. The old Stoney Creek camper. It's maiden voyage into the dirt. What's going to happen? It's never been on dirt before. So let's see. When we get to the campground, it's not too dirty, but we'll see what these hatches and that have for us.
You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
First impression, it's just towing along like a dream. I don't know much about weights yet, but we'll get back to you with those. It's just cruising along, the single axle, fully off-road. These hybrids are pretty good. I think they're all the rage hybrids. More and more, you're seeing more and more. So they got some value. Okay, we might have lost a bit of sound there. This is crazy. It is blowing torrential. It says everyone's hustling. Goodness gracious. You would have seen us trying to get that warning down.
Oh, we saved it. The awning is saved.
Now, we've remembered that there are... Holy shit, what's happening here now? Yeah.
Oh my god, check out these poor people.
What's happened? Oh, they blow away on the tent. What's that? Oh shit. You know, these hybrid campers, I think they're great because we can weather a storm, and look here, we can cook inside.
All of a sudden it's a great thing.
This inside cooking is excellent. Oh, look at the floor.
I'm saturated, you're saturated. Oh my god.
What are you hearing about that? Did you say okay bad leaving that open? That was your idea to have it right open like that. Goodness me, you can sleep on that wet side.
But I don't think it's damp from that. It's like damp from me climbing on the bed trying to close all these hatches.
Oh. Hey, we're nearly out of battery, so we might see you at end of days. Okay, survive. Come out here. Look at the storm damage. Oh, no. Oh no. Look at it. Look at it. And here we go. We've got some flood damage here. This is crazy ass. That was a big storm, and look out here. Now we just survived putting that awning away. I'll tell you what, that lightweight electric awning, that was super pegged down. That's nowhere near could that cope. Good thing is, all the red dirt has been washed off the car. It could have rained a bit harder on my wheel. Okay, what we're going to do first is have a quick look around the outside. So come around here. Now, there's a lot of chat about these hybrid caravans. Right? They're not nearly as lightweight as you think they might be. This has a tear weight of 2450 and it has a ATM of 3 tonne. Yep. So you're still dragging a fair bit of weight behind your car. You've got about half a tonne that you can load it up so you can put the water in, all your clothes, that kind of stuff, and you'll be pretty much on that limit. This has upgraded suspension, but I don't see any adjustment to the ATM. So anyway, on here we have the standard DO35 hitch, safety change, breakaway system, standard handbrake. Then we have the U-Butte jockey wheel. Now, anyone who's watched this channel before knows that jockey wheels aren't my thing. So how long that lasts, what tends to happen, just come down here, right? The only thing that happens with these jockey wheels is when you get to these sites, you have to lift it up high enough to get it off your car, and then you put it down to be level. But you see here, you start to get a little bit of angle happening. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be moving it around too much. And what happens over time is this will bend, or the wheel won't cope with moving it around on the sand. Anyway, so a nice blackjack would be good there. You know, one of those electric hydraulic things. Anyway, nice mesh on the front. We've purposely taken this on the dirt so you can see what it's actually like. Come inside here. A couple of little 4.5 kilo gas bottles. Enough room for some jerry containers over there. Get 2 20-litre jerrys there. Nice big toolbox area. You get at least 2 chairs in here. This one comes with a clothesline, so that fits as well. So that's pretty good. Have a look in here. 2 slide outs each side, so you can have a generator on here. This has just got the water cables at the moment, but you can have a generator or anything else that you want to have, really. See here too on the dust, all these seals are working fine at the moment. Can you see there? You can see the dust. Yeah, dust there, no dust here. So these compartments are doing well, well adjusted. They're easy to adjust to if you need to get it a little bit tighter over time. So that's a good quality toolbox, isn't it? Round to your storage compartment. Again, have a look. So we've been on the dust. This has an outside rubber, which I think on this case is not really doing much, so it could be adjusted a little bit to suck further into the caravan. Round here, so you can see the dust actually gets past that outer seal, but it doesn't get past the inner rubber. So that's quite a good thing. Right, big long drawer in here. Pull this out, do whatever you like. This has got all the chocks and platforms and tent pegs and that kind of stuff. So I think there's electrical cable in there, toolbox. So the other thing that's good too is it's quite high entry. So you can load this shelf right up here. A lot of them you see, just the shelf comes out and the side of the van's here. So when you've got this big opening, you can fit some taller things in. Okay. It's got 2 90-litre water tanks, one at the front and one down the back there. Another storage compartment here. But it's got a floaty in here. That's the side. But you can see, you know, look, handy for something. Like all these hybrids. How deep's that? 15, 20 centimetres deep. Probably 45, 50 high. Yeah, it's good. So that goes up there a bit. Probably that much. You'll find with the hybrid, storage is something that you're always looking for. Gas hot water works very well. These things too have a cover that goes down over them. Outside plug-in power. Mm-hmm. This here too, unlike most vans, push the button, external side light, which is quite handy because this is where the external shower is. So if you popped out here in the night time, you want to have a shower so that everyone can see you, you turn the light on. But anyway, there is light on this side of the van. You could be in a caravan park, you need to walk down beside it to get something out, at least there's some light on here. How long these sort of buttons last in the Australian outback, I don't know. But this one seems quite good. Seems a bit dust-proof. Must be waterproof. I don't know. Anyway, external shower. Should I spray you with this?
No,
I don't think so. So it's got a little clip here. You can just put it up here. It's out of the road in the daytime. No problem. This is the plug that you plug straight your hose in at a caravan park. That's good. That's the other water tank. In here we've got the toilet cassette. Yeah, just a Dometic one. Have a little look here. So it's the full-size caravan version. Yep. Yeah, coming around the side of the van here, you've got a couple of very big windows. One over the seating area and one over the bedroom area. They're terrific. And moving around the back, yeah, got 2 spare wheels here. Lots of good exit clearance. So you'll see that shape there. So going over a big ditch and coming out, so your exit angle is very good. Yeah. It's got a rear light and it doesn't have any reverse camera on the van at this stage. It's got the old Hercules handles. You know, I don't know what all these are about, but you can move them around in your factory or if you've got a farm shed or something. Get a few Herculean guys, and she'll be right to move the van around. I'm not sure here too, there's a little bit of a foothold, but I can't see how you can grab onto the rail, hold on, and then get those latches from the pop-up roof. So I'm not sure they're there for that purpose either. Anyway, so you need a step, then you can get up there really quick. Okay, let's move around the side of the van now. I'll just close this door so we can get a good look at the side. Yeah, so this has got an electric awning, 2 very big windows, one over the kitchen, yep, and then one over the bed. Now I know that On Point Caravan Hire, they've organised an external table to go out here, which would be perfect because that's where the electrical outlet is. And then you can plug in your toaster, your coffee, your stove, whatever you want to have there. So yeah, just looking around at this awning, it is pretty lightweight, it is electric, and you know, at least in the night time if something happens, typically you'd want to just activate the button. Anyway, let's have a look in here. You've got these beauty rubber stoppers here. I'm always going on about these doors just flapping open and overextending themselves on the hinge, because you don't want to be replacing, you can't just replace these hinges, you're replacing the whole unit. Yeah. So if you get too much stress on these parts and they break, you'd be pulling the whole thing out and putting a new one in there. It's good. Same thing with the seals. This external seal probably just needs nipping up a little bit. There's nothing getting past the interior seals, as you can see there. But I just like it a little bit snugger fit. So you pull this pantry out, it's got lots of space. Just got to sort out here what you need, you know, your staples. And there's some cleaning product in here now. You sort of get a bit confused about whether the kitchen's going to be outside or inside and all this stuff that you have. But typically in a hybrid you're cooking outside most of the time. Right, okay, let's have a look at this kitchen area. Lift this one up, this one to the side. Pull the whole lot out. Underneath, have a look under. Yep, there's a leg here. Right. There's a leg. Just push this button. That releases it. Comes down, undo these. Right, just lift the edge of it a little bit so it takes some weight. That's all. Just so it takes some weight of that thing out here. Nip them up, not too tight. Just nip them up. That's all good. Now while you're over this side, you'll see the gas bayonets in here hiding. Pull it all the way through. Yep, now that's ready to go straight into here. Yeah. So just line it all up, push and turn. Very easy to get out. Push, push, turn to the left, come straight out. Grab your bucket. Yep. Let's get a bucket. You can put this bucket actually behind, but if it's not in eyesight, Next thing it'll be overflowing and you wouldn't have seen it. And then it might wet something here that you've got on the
We've seen
ground.
that 1,000 times.
So that's all you need. One other component here. All the water's plumbed in for you. Up under here is a light. Yeah, looks like that, beauty. So if you're not using it, there's no on and off switch. So you just take it out and leave it sitting there. That's all. Now before you put any of this rack up, get that front door, get that big drawer out. Anything you want to be using regularly in this drawer, yep, we need to get out. So you can use it for storage. Things you want to be using straight away need to be up the front here. Okay, so sort it out however you want it to be. You want to access your pots and pans every day, well you better get them up the front here in this section. Yep, if they're chips and things you don't use much of, or you want to control your diet, put them right up at the back. So lift up that spice rack now. Yep, beauty. So you can plug this as full as you like. This one here, if you're putting stuff on it, just put it on the back portion or very low stuff, because pull that drawer out now, you'll see what I was talking about. Yeah, it's only going to come out here to the end. Pull it out to the end. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, can't get right up the back there, can you? Very easily. Let's open up.
Open sesame.
Good. Show us this. Okay.
And then
These styrofoam pieces that come in the grill. Right, you just lift the grill plate off. Take the styrofoam pieces. Yeah, gently. Take them gently. And put them in there at the back of the kitchen unit. Because this kitchen unit, once you're set up, you won't be moving in and out. Just make sure these are correctly in place. If they're not sitting right, you might have a little trouble opening them up. It's got windbreaks. You lift them straight up and then pull them out to the side, and they've got a hole in there. So one thing you find with an outdoor kitchen, you do need these windbreaks. Cutlery for 4 people. Right, lots of gizmos in here. Yep.
Barbecue equipment.
Good.
I suppose more utensils and stuff like that.
So as you can see, when you're hiring this van, you don't need to bring all this stuff that's already here.
This is just
a little bit of space under here. Don't put anything under there, because it'll get lost, or it'll get wet, or anything could happen. Yeah, that's just access to under the sink. Standard sink here. Push the button down, put the plug in, push it to come up, and you've got hot and cold water.
fridge unit.
Here we are at the fridge compartment.
Craig's favourite area.
Push the 2 blue buttons down to bring it out. Okay, just push on those 2 blue buttons to bring it out. All the way out, full access to this fridge here. Yep. In here, you'll see there's one power point up there. Now this is connected to the inverter inside, so all power points are connected to the inverter. So if you want to use them off grid, just turn the inverter on, then you can plug in here and have 240 volt power. There's a cooling fan. This cooling fan needs to be activated when you're traveling or when you've got this compartment closed. Yep, because that'll suck all the air, all the hot air out. So don't forget that. Otherwise, your fridge will be operating and it'll overheat itself.
Well, but also
it'll just have to work harder, using more power and electricity.
The sun's still on it though.
So you don't want the sun on this fridge at any time. Yep. So you just put it up there, it'll stay there. If not, if you want to leave that open, if it falls down through the wind, just put a little towel or something in there. Now when you pull this out,
can I film
you do it?
I think you should do this.
All you do is push down on this blue button. When it comes out, you just got to be careful with it. We don't want to hack into all this metal here. Here's the door. These caravan doors, okay, this has got a latch. This latch prevents the door
That's how you would find it.
smashing into that window there. Can you see that? Yep, so you can open it. It's only going to open 2/3 of the way. See the rubber stopper here? Oh. So you're going to have that window open. Good. Yeah, just open it halfway up. That's fine. Now, come around here to separate the screen from the door. There's a black button. This button here. Lift it up and it will come away. Right. You can just use that as normal. That's going to stay there all day. So, just to get access, up to the left. That's it. Has a lock in the night time. Just turn that to the left. Yep. If you want to reattach the screen to that door, rather than slam it, you just bring it over towards it and it will click in. There's 2 clicks. Bang, bang, it's ready to go. To put the step down, you just reach inside here, open and close the step. Yep, open. There we go. Close. Piece of cake. Check out the state of this hybrid van. This is what happens to hybrid vans. I've got so much room to put stuff, not that. What's going on? What happened to the bed? Looks like a party's been happening up there.
Well, the beds, and in hybrids, as everyone knows, they're notoriously difficult to make. So anything that's hard...
All hybrids are like that.
Anything that's hard, unless it's easy, this is exactly what ends up happening. Especially, like, where are we? Beachside location, nice sea breeze, don't need a lot of blankets.
Who'd be into that?
Bob's your uncle. We just get in and out.
Just going to have a quick look underneath this Scout 15. Let's have a look. So the first thing at the back, you've got this really good departure angle. So that's good for off-roading. It's got the Lovell Springs upgrade, but it does come with the independent suspension. Yep. So you can see all the plumbing, that kind of stuff. At the back, looks quite tidy. It's got some protection. Yeah, so this looks good. Has 2 100-litre water tanks. So that's 200 litres of water. That's pretty good. And then it has a grey water tank in the middle down there. It's a big 6-inch galvanised chassis. Everything is welded. Yeah. Let's have a look at the front end. Just getting under the front of this. So this one here has 200 amp hours of lithium and 540 watts of solar on the roof. Yep. It's got this extra plug in here for the solar. You can see unregulated solar power. Just plug that in and everything will be underway inside. Another 100-litre water tank. Yep. All pretty nice. It's got this extra black coating too on the frame, which is good. Now, all of the gas pipes, they're all copper. Yeah, and they're all covered. They've got like a plastic cover. So that's a good thing. All these water pipes too, they've got the covering on them. Yeah. This doesn't have any covering, but that's you know, the filler hose. So not quite so important. Yeah. Everywhere where the body is bolted on has got like this, what is it? It's got like celastic. Can you see that up in there? Just right there. It's got like a big blob of celastic over those bolts. So nothing's getting in, I don't think, from the bottom. So it'd be pretty safe on a few little river crossings. You've got the nice little grommets here where the water pipe goes through. All the plumbing is very neat and tidy. So it's another good thing. A couple of things here. Now I know this is just a grey water tank. Yeah, got a little valve here. But sure as the sun shines, this is going to cop a hiding on the dirt roads. So I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. This chrome thing here is probably, I don't know what's going to happen to it over time. But yeah. Nice stabiliser legs. A lot of stuff standard. One thing that is a bit interesting, if you see here, right, these look like earths of some description coming down from the power supply. Down here, just a little bit of protection. Yep. And the same thing here, just so that the rocks can't fly up. You know, that'd be very easy just to gouge that off or shatter that or strip the wire bare, so maybe this protective cover needs to come down a little bit further. Yeah. Again, just little things. 16-inch wheels, 12-inch brakes, so plenty of braking. Drives along really well, so yeah. Okay, let's have a look inside. Are you ready?
Yeah, come in.
Nice little entry area here. Good handle. This is one of those blue light special disco balls. Okay, so we come in here, whole lot of controls. Yep, then we've got the Renogy power system. which is good. Showing 89% battery at the moment. Some other little gizmos here. 178 amp hours of power. That's probably enough for you, is it?
Yeah, miss me.
Yeah. Nice switches for the step and the electric awnings. Fire extinguisher, that kind of stuff. Yep. We've got our control box down here. All pretty simple. I like the fact that the gauges work. Front tank, rear tank. We've got 200 litres of water. Yep. The grey tank capacity, I'm not sure. I think it's only about 80 litres or something like that. But anyway, it's down under there. We've got all these buttons. Main power button. Yep. Radio. That's all pretty good. What's this here? Fridge.
It's a fridge. It's a little fridge, bar fridge.
Isotherm bar fridge. That's
You
pretty
lift
good.
this up
Remember that it's
and
a
you pull
hybrid.
the handle.
Pull the handle. Little blue light.
Little mini freezer.
Yeah, mini freezer. That looks good. So you
And
can get
2
some.
shelves and door.
That's realistic. So there's a bottle there. Bottle of milk. You get some essentials in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And it's got a control. What we found in these was that you got to turn the fridge right down. The fridge gets very cold anyway. If you leave it right up on maximum, it just runs all the time and sucks the power out of the system. So a hybrid, the whole purpose is cross with a caravan,
Yes.
yeah, and a camper
Camper
trailer.
trailer.
Right. Most have a little pop top of some description.
Pop top.
Yep, and they want to fit as many luxury items in here as possible to make you feel like home.
Yes.
Is that the idea? This is a 15-foot version.
This is a 15-foot version for 2 people.
Yeah.
So, no bunks, obviously, but
What do we have?
we have a full-size ensuite.
Turn the lights on. Yeah. Good.
So
Full-size ensuite.
Yeah, so
That's
it has
unusual in a hybrid, isn't it?
Separate shower and toilet.
Right, yep.
Basin.
Yeah.
Separate again.
Yep.
Cupboards.
Plenty of cupboard space.
Storage space there.
Right, yep. That's all good.
Which
There does seem to be a lot of space in here.
has a mirror. Again, my
Oh,
pet hate.
a mirror.
I can do my stomach.
You just should shrink yourself down and
Yeah,
see that
okay.
mirror.
I'll be 4 foot soon.
Let's have a look in the shower. Okay. Now, this is quite a massive shower. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like easily, like 2 people could comfortably stand in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you think?
If
What
you're
was
bigger,
fishy?
that's going to be easy. Easy to get in there, one person. Nice little rack on the wall. That's all good. Up here, the standard fan. This is a 2-way fan. Yep. Out. In. That's good stuff. Yeah. Nice light. Yeah. Flick mixer tap, all that kind of standard stuff. Yeah. That is very impressive how big that is. Just zip her up here. That is good, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well done. It's got a sliding door as well, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. Just slide it across. Okay. If you want even more privacy, it's got a roll down little thing. Okay, good. Fridge,
There's
control box,
There is a storage nook up here.
a little storage unit here. Got
So
some good things.
it basically has a kettle, electric kettle, coffee machine, Craig's fave, milk frother, tea, coffee, sugar.
Okay. So there's a lot of room there.
So
There
that's
is more room there than I was thinking there was going to be. Okay, so what's in this kitchen area?
We have a double burner gas cooktop
Yep.
and a sink. Hot, cold water.
Mixer tap,
Yeah.
plugs, electric start.
Anyone that's done outdoor cooking knows that gas is temperamental in the wind, so this would be an absolute godsend
Okay.
if you're in a windy location to be able to come in
So
here.
by having this in here, what do you think's gone on then with the storage space? Like a lot of hybrids don't have a kitchen inside,
No.
and they'd usually have like some kind of cupboard
For
so,
clothes.
So this has drawers,
It has
cupboards.
it has a cupboard,
So what's going on in here?
so this is just well, like
Yep.
it's,
Right,
you can see what's
little
in there.
rubbish bin, a couple of
Yep.
things down there. Can we have a look at those pipes under there? See what they're
Yep.
like.
Do you want me to
Okay,
get
so
that
we've got
out
some
as well?
pipes. Good. Let's have a little look down in there. So they are all celasticed up. I think that one at the back there, that's very neat.
Yep.
Yep. But anyway, that's fine. So they're all wooden cupboards, just like you'd have in your own kitchen at home, aren't they?
Yep. 3
Yeah.
drawers. So in here it's just some, baking paper, aluminium foil,
Yeah. Okay.
basic
So
stuff.
there's just 3 big drawers.
Yep.
I guess the confusion here is because you've got a kitchen inside and you've got one outside,
Yeah.
Where are you meant to put what stuff? Or do you double up? Do you have everything outside and then you have the same set inside? I think that must be a dilemma. So you can
She's
hire this
second-guessing
van
herself.
from On Point Caravan Hire.
Yeah.
We're the first person to have this van, right? They haven't even taken it out themselves. So everything we're finding here is brand new, and it's not necessarily in the exact position
Generally,
where it's going to end up.
if you're in a location you're outdoor cooking, I think all of this and this
Yeah,
and these
yeah,
and these are the things we've used, and we've had to come inside to take them outside.
right, okay.
So those things I would probably transfer to that overhead pantry or pull-out pantry,
Yeah,
and I'd have them out there, and I might release some of this space to store clothes or to store something else.
Okay.
This is
what else we got?
just a
That's just a secret
more
cupboard in
pipes
there.
in
Bit
there.
more pipes. Super high quality.
Maybe you could put some tins in there because that's over the wheel arch.
You might be able to do something.
Yeah,
okay, what's in the
something
next
like
cupboard?
And the next
Down
cupboard, you can tell because we haven't used them because they're not undone. So we have the toaster in here.
Yeah.
I'll just pull the toaster
So there's plenty
out.
of storeroom. Is that what
And
you're
then
saying?
we have the sandwich
Okay,
press.
Sandwich maker. More stuff down there.
Yep, cheese plate, Tupperware
Yeah.
containers. We've used one Tupperware container the whole time we've been here, which you saw in
Okay.
the fridge.
Yep.
So
There's a
Craig
fair
loves
bit of
to speak it.
fair bit of space for kitchen items and
Yeah.
essentials that you'd be using, isn't there?
yeah,
Now, what happens here?
And you have
Hybrids
overhead
here.
cupboards.
Hybrids here. So let's talk hybrid, right? Hybrids typically don't have the inside kitchen, even though more are trying to fit something in.
some do, some don't. Usually the
Okay.
15 footers do.
Okay, so that means that you don't have a big cupboard inside to put all your clothes.
Yeah, that's big.
So what have they done here?
Well, they have some overhead cupboards, right? So the pop top comes down to here, and there's small overhead cupboards.
And they
They're
go
not-
all the way around the van.
Yes,
don't
they go all the way around. Well, only to there, to the
Yeah,
end of the bed.
okay,
So
right.
that's as far as they go.
Okay.
And this one's got. So I'll show you what's in here.
Right.
This
But
is just a small broom
Yeah.
and a, just so you don't burn.
So
the
how
cupboard.
deep are they? That's about a hand
Not deep at all.
deep.
And look,
right?
they're not even a hand tall. Oh,
Yeah. Well, they can't be too big.
yeah, I know, but that's.
Right, so they're the kind of height you could fit, what?
I don't know. Well, you'll
What are
see
you
in a
gonna
minute
have?
what I fit in around here. Some clothes because I've unpacked all my clothes. Well, I
Now,
tried
this
to.
particular van, it has got like super duper strength
Yeah, I know. It's like.
hinges. They are super strength.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so strong. Look, the average person, I'm not sure you can just get them and
It takes a bit
Pull
to
them up.
actually work out how to pull them up. I must admit.
And they've
like,
also
it's
got a
taken me
lock.
while.
So the
Yeah.
question I have is, does it need to be that heavy duty? Anyway,
Well,
carry on.
I think
carry
after
on.
use they'll stretch, but anyway.
I don't
and then
think
we've
so.
got, well, the piece of resistance in the hybrid world is the king size bed.
Yeah, it is epic.
It is the piece
Look
of
at
resistance.
that. I can invite the neighbours over.
It's a workout to make it.
Yeah. Oh, I think all hybrids are a bit
It's
of a
an
workout.
absolute
to make
workout to make it. And as we found when we had our hybrid, it took us a long time to work out exactly how the bed had to be set up. And in the end, we thought if we were going to some locations, we just put a sheet and take our double sleeping bag, which had a zipper, and you'd have one half and I'd have the other, because that would be far easier than what you were dealing with. But that was just us.
Remembering though, this is a hybrid, and this hybrid
Yeah.
doesn't have any fold-out bed area.
It doesn't have that, which we did have to deal with. So
Yeah. A lot of hybrids you see, they've got, the bed will fold out the side, or it'll fold out one end of the van. And when you get there, you've got to open it all up and fold out the mattress.
but this is, well, they in king size bed.
Sorry about
Right.
that noise. There's a guy trying to cut his wood up. He's practicing.
No, he's not. He's doing a good job.
Anyway,
So
so we've got all these overhead cupboards. They're all the same size.
Mhm.
Okay. They're narrower. They're nowhere near as deep, are they?
yeah.
They're just little pockets, so trinkets can go in there. Yeah, look. I
Oh,
could probably
this
fit
one
all
I
my
put
underwear
stuff
in
in,
there.
so
You
I
could
could
put all
go-
your stuff in.
Let me get over the bed. And then you see what I mean. There you go.
So you've
These-
got some stuff in there,
Yeah.
like a couple of pair of shoes,
That was shoes, and I put my thongs in there.
costumes.
Cosy, and this was just like one packing
Hair clips.
cube. Like that's the size of the packing
Where are
cube.
your other 290 pair of shoes done?
At home. But that's okay. Some of the clothes are gone. So this
So that,
gives you an
snap
idea.
that down. That's easy clothes, soft clothes. They're all soft clothes.
So look, so this is just an all-weather jacket. That's a hoodie, and that's just like I don't know, it's just sun cream and stuff
Okay,
like that.
righto.
Let's say that's hot. Like you can feel that. The heat's coming off the van into there.
It was hot.
Anyway, that's that.
So you're shoving stuff up there.
Yeah, I've rolled it up, and that's just two. That's a hoodie, a small lightweight hoodie, and that's an all-weather jacket. That's all you can fit.
So what you're going to be seeing here is one of these cupboards is going to be like underwear.
Yeah, socks.
Yep. Underwear, costumes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The next cupboard you might have some dresses that are
Yeah.
all folded up.
Or rolled up.
Right,
Or whatever.
T-shirts, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's only got one thing in it.
pull it out. You're in an awkward position. So that's about 25 deep.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other thing? They got some lights in there?
Yeah, they got
Some
some
nice lights. Activate the light, that's easy. They've got a storage room over there behind your head.
The lights are quite nice because they're a warm light.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a mood lighting
There's a bit
thing.
down there for your phone and whatnot.
Yeah, and there's a pouch. There's 2 power points here, by the way.
Yeah. USB chargers.
No, 2 power points.
Yeah, okay.
And then you got USBs over here.
Okay. So there's plenty of room up in there, right, with your power points and USBs to hook something up and then keep it in that side compartment.
And it's the same on the other side.
Look here, they've got a rubber on the side where the window is, so you don't smash yourself against that.
It's the same on the other side.
Yep, okay, good.
So there's 4 power points over the bed.
That's good. We've got a nice fan. Now, 2 things I noticed immediately compared to the old one we had.
Yeah.
For some reason, there are far fewer windows that you can open up the top.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why that is, or whether it's got to do with the structure. There seems to be something in here, a piece of plastic or metal, that might be drawing it in, you know, when you pull it down, because this hybrid in the pop top has none of that elastic cord all the way around
Yeah.
it. Anyway,
So we had like 3 vents.
yeah,
in over
the more vents
the
you
van.
can find in this pop top area, the better
better.
experience you're going to have by far, because the air really flows through well.
It does.
Yeah, so that's good.
And it
we've
is
got
quite hot up here.
skylight,
Skylight.
trim
we
or
have
air conditioning,
Speaker, 2 speakers, one here, one above your head. Light.
kitchen light. Good. There's a light up here too, isn't it? Turn that one on. Light up here. Yeah. So there's plenty of lights inside.
So light,
Yeah. Have a look.
speaker, light,
Plenty of
aircon.
lights. Now we did notice 2 in this van. There are 2 inside speakers for the radio.
Yes.
Nothing on the outside,
That's right.
which is just I can't recall too many vans without a speaker on the outside that I can
Yeah.
think of. Okay, what else is significant? Now, these overhead cupboards, what's that mean? You've got to be careful, don't you?
Oh yes, I've found it to be quite claustrophobic.
When you're laying down there and you want to just roll over, right? You want to just roll over. It's very easy to hit your elbow and stuff.
And when you go to sit up, unless you're really careful,
Yeah.
like there's 3 pillows here, so if your head's tucked back further there and you want to sit up, you're hitting here every single time.
Now, 2 things are going to happen. Once you hit your head once, you're probably not going to do it again.
Yeah, but you learn to shuffle down. So
You're
what
gonna
you've got to
make
do
some
is you've got to come
adjustments.
out on the side.
Yeah. So you've got to make some adjustments there, and that's fine. But that is something. So that's a
Yeah.
little compromise, and hybrids like this combination of everything. Now, let's have a look at this area here where you dine. So we've
Yes.
moved these pillows, easy as. Show us under this section.
This is the man cave.
Oh, man cave. A couple of 100 amps of lithium batteries there. Some gizmos, some chargers. DC charger. BC to DC charger. Yeah. Okay, that all looks good. And you'll see in a moment, there is an inverter in this van. And you just connect it up there and it powers the entire van. All power points. So that's a handy thing if you've got the inverter. Show me over there first.
You want to go here?
I found a secret hidey hole behind the bed. Leave it just like that. Yeah, look in here. Hot water system. This is where the inverter is. Look at this big mummy. A couple of 1,000 watts. Maybe it's a 3,000 watt. Beautiful. That all looks very neat and tidy down there. All that wiring and cabling and whatnot. Here's a spot for your shoes.
Oh, that's my shoe
You
spot,
could
is
fit
it?
at least 10 or 15 pair of shoes in there. And you have
Economical.
access to the outdoor pantry.
Yes.
So you can just lift that up, get some key staples and start cooking with them in here, couldn't you?
Yep.
With these hybrids too. If you're looking for a hybrid, make sure you get one with a table that is lightweight and easily maneuverable, just like this one. I'd have to give this one 10 out of 10, mate. Yep. A lot of them, you come in, they're always in the road, aren't they?
Yes.
You can't move them. They're just a disaster.
You did the cardinal sin, lifted the mattress up.
This one
wrecked the
here's a
bed.
beauty. Put that other mattress, that other cushion down. That's very good. Yeah. No, down here.
Oh, I thought you were lifting this.
Oh, didn't we have a look under
No.
here? Here's the other one, the last one. Okay, so there's our breakaway system. Yeah. Again, nice solid pipe work. Every spot where it goes down through the floor is very good. Interesting. There's a secret cubby hole in here with a power point, a couple of USB ports, 12 volt. So there's a little bit of space, but generally speaking, the space underneath the seating there, you're not storing anything in a hurry. Plenty of room there for a couple of people to be standing. So, all in all, this is the indoor area. Nice big open space, isn't it? Renogy inverter. You've got the Truma hot water system.
And more power points.
It's got a boost mode. Yep, 70 degrees, 60 degrees, something like that. A couple more power points. So, what do you think of this then? As a hybrid?
I think it's, as a hybrid, I think it's excellent that it has a separate shower and toilet, like an ensuite.
Well, me personally, I'd rather see them go back to the normal hybrid, which is a toilet and shower unit combined, because that way you would automatically have, you look in here. So if this toilet was gone into the shower area, you would automatically have a much bigger space for clothes.
Yes, you would.
I think you're very light on in clothing space in this kind of hybrid van. Yeah, there are cupboards all the way around. Yeah, but you need to prepare yourself to take a suitcase that's going to remain always in the back of your car.
Or maybe you've got to have to use some of this space here.
Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you can use some of it under there. You need to be a bit creative. Well, that's just my view anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you went to a cold climate all of a sudden and you were touring around longer term, you would need a few more clothes. So you'd have to work out where you're going to put those essential items. Yeah.
Or more clothes efficient.
Yeah. If you're going away for 1 or 2 weeks, probably no big deal. But even then, you'd need to be prepared to have some clothes
And
somewhere
if
else.
you're touring in this van, you've got to remember that there's no washing machine in here. So you're back to the bad old days of getting a big bucket and putting it in the shower and letting it swash around while you drive and rinse it out when you get there
You
and
could
hang
probably
it
do
out.
that though.
Or go to the caravan parks. So yeah, you're just going to have to be way more efficient with what you do.
That toilet and shower area is quite big, so that's good. Storage, a little bit limited.
Clothes storage, it's limiting.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
only
the
clothes
thing.
storage.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
I think there's confusion here though. Like, there's the indoor kitchen, so they've got that in here at the expense of a little bit more storage, and it's a luxury component to have a fridge inside.
But one of the things
to have a kitchen inside.
But you got to remember that, you got to remember we've had the hybrid before, and it is so frustrating when you're cooking outside and all of a sudden the weather isn't on your side. So it's blowing a gale, you've got gas, keeps blowing it out, you've got nowhere to come where you can get out of the elements to cook inside. This actually solves the problem. So, however, I think most of the storage for cooking needs to be in that pantry rather than in here, because I think you can take it from outside to inside.
I think that's it in a nutshell. Once you work that out, that'll free up a little bit of space, I'd say. What do you reckon?
Well, a little bit. And the point is that you can access the pantry from under the bed anyway. So if you were inside and it was blowing a gale and there was torrential rain, you could still get to the pantry items from inside the van.
So like all caravans, you need to be organised. Isn't that
You have
right?
to be super organised in these vans. Very, very organised.
Good,
It's quite nice. It has some nice features. You got some USB ports down here. Have you mentioned that? There's a little hole down there, so USBs.
I did that.
So we're in a caravan park, and we just went in next door to a Jayco Journey pop top, which has a double bunk in it, no shower and toilet. And I did notice that it only had the same amount of
there must be a reason for
window
all of
vents.
this. But yeah, when
and
you
it
come
was
in
the
here,
same material.
this here, just very easy. Just pull it down, undo this little safety pin, pull that down and your top's down. Go down the other end, pull it down. Like the top going up and down takes like 1 or 2 minutes. The tricky thing is being tall enough to reach up to the latches. Sometimes you climb up the front, other times at the back you got to have a big stretch. So you might need a little stool, I reckon, to do that comfortably.
Glasses, really?
Do you like my blue glasses? They're my desperation glasses because I've lost every other pair that I have.
Yeah, back to the hybrid days.
Hybrid, lose everything.
Yeah, but find it when you pack up to go home. You will find everything there.
Anyway, this is the Stoney Creek camper, 15 foot. I think it's version 2. Something. So what are your top 3 things? Tell us that. Really
Separate
quick.
shower and toilet. Has an ensuite in a hybrid.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something different from all the other hybrids out there. Definitely different.
That's unusual for a hybrid, yep.
Yep. That's moving in the right
2.
direction. 2. King size bed. Always king size bed.
King size bed is epic.
Yep.
Hybrids seem to be the only vans that have king size beds. Amazing.
3.
3.
Indoor outdoor cooking.
Indoor outdoor cooking.
Yeah. Cook inside if the weather's inclement, terrible. Cook outside if the weather's perfect, like it has been for the last 4 days.
Now these hybrids.
Another 30 minutes.
These hybrids are really about giving you the creature comforts of a full-size caravan, right? In a smaller, narrower van, maybe not as high van, that you can take off-road and adventure with. So do you think this is that van?
Oh, it's probably still long, but you could definitely go off-road more with this than you could a big van, definitely.
So this van here, it is on the larger, I think it's their largest.
Well, it's a 15, or it's Scout 15,
It's the
so it's got to be
largest
the
one,
15-foot
right.
van, hasn't it?
So they've got like an 11 foot, 13 foot. I think they've got 16 different versions of camper trailer and hybrid caravan.
Oh.
So they've been around since about 2012. And I think
Yeah.
they've sold 7,000 vans, something like that.
Really?
7,000, campers, caravans. So I think the thing for me that's appealing about it is that thinking back to the hybrid days, you can get everything you need in here and you can head off for an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here has the lithium battery pack. It has heaps of solar on the roof. It's
Has an inverter.
It's coped with everything. It's got the inverter, so you can have all your normal creature comforts. I'm a little confused about the kitchen outside and inside. I see the value of having an inside area you can go and hide out in if the weather's poor. So that's a bonus. What it actually does though, it creates 2 parts of the van that you seemingly need to have the same equipment in. So I think we've just got to get over that myself.
Got to think through it. I think it needs more. You need to be with it probably longer,
Yeah.
and in different environments to actually precisely work out
Yeah.
what you need to wear.
Now a lot of people are downsizing from a caravan into these vans. So
because of towability and fuel
look, they're
economy.
lighter, right?
Your
Fuel
favourite
economy is
subjects.
better. You can go more places, right? They're really well equipped. But people are coming down. So if you're coming down from a caravan into a hybrid, I really suggest you go and hire one first and see what that experience is like. If you're
Yeah.
coming up from a camper trailer or a rooftop tent or swagging, you're going to think this is luxury, this is a palace.
It's a palace, and there's heaps of different ones on Campfire to go and choose. You can choose a number of brands.
Certainly go and do it, because I know, coming back from reviewing all these caravans, into a hybrid, I can understand now why I went for a caravan.
Oh, absolutely. After the first day, that was the first thing we said when we woke up. The first night, oh, can't wait.
And the king size bed
Can't
is
wait.
epic, but you just, look, we'll put a bit of vision here now of what it's really like inside the hybrid caravan. It's funny, you can see Tracy's got stuff everywhere, and you haven't even got your 700 shoes in there yet.
Oh, man, leave my shoes alone. You
Right.
leave my shoes alone.
Let
okay?
alone your space jacket for when it gets cold.
That's in the back of the car that
Yeah.
needs to lose weight over there.
So yeah,
It's on a diet
you've
at the
really
moment, that
got to
thing.
be very particular about how you're setting up this van, where you're going to put your spare clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reasonable amount of storage space in the compartments outside, so I think you need to start using maybe one of them with a big plastic box that's going to house those kind of pieces of equipment.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Anyway, look, so this van here fully kitted out with the decked up suspension and whatnot, I think, look, 65, 70 grand. So that's still quite a bit of money.
That's quite a bit of money, and it's probably
But it is
the
a larger
starting
hybrid.
price.
It is a larger hybrid.
But it is starting price of some of the smaller single axle caravans. So you're seesawing between one and the other, and it depends, you know, what you're using it for. Are you still going off-road, or are you touring? What are you doing?
That's right.
If you're touring, I think you're going to have a hard time touring in this.
Well, it just depends what you're used to.
But it depends on what you're doing too. It
Well, what do you
depends on
mean?
how efficient you are.
People are
With
touring
packing.
every day. They're getting out of a caravan because they're too big. They don't want as much to do, and they want a lighter vehicle. They want better fuel economy. They want to be able to pull it around without spending 150 grand buying a Land Cruiser or a Ram or one of those cars. Right?
But still, this is heavy. This is heavy. You're still going to need those cars to tow this vehicle.
The bigger hybrids are
caravan.
heavier than you think. So this one comes in 2400 tear, and the
3 ton.
the ATM 3 ton.
3 tons. So you're still going to need a car that's
So-
capable of doing that. So you're still looking at a 4-wheel drive of
Yes.
some variety
Well,
to do that.
not really. Any D-Max will do it. Any Ute will do it.
That's exactly what I meant. Still a 4-wheel drive of that kind of variety.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, not really. You weren't saying that.
We're not talking about a Ram here. We're not talking about a 2500 Ram. You won't need that, but you will need a capable
So
tow vehicle.
maybe you only need the 13-footer, the 11-footer, right? I can't even imagine. If you had kids in this van, there is a version of this with a double bunk. Yeah.
But it probably has a combined shower and toilet,
Yeah, it
I
does.
imagine.
It does. So
Yeah.
my point here is, as good as it is to have a separate shower and toilet in a hybrid,
Yeah.
because not many have that, as good as that is and feels, I think that's a complete waste of space.
But there's another plus to this van though, because with the other 13s and 11s, or with the other hybrids that we've had and that we've seen on Campfire, the bed folds down. So it's got the piano hinge back. You have to open up the back of the van and fold the bed down.
Yes.
You don't have to do this in this van. The bed stays, it's already down. You do need to be, at the gym to make it, but it's there. You don't have to fold it out. You don't have to open the back of the caravan to fold the bed
So
down
if you
to
don't
get
understand
in.
what we mean, right, these pictures are of typical hybrids. Okay, so what you're seeing now is where they fold out to the side or they fold out to the rear. Yeah, and you've got to undo all of that when you get there, do the pop top, undo that, fold the bed out, and then that's like where the hybrid market is. This one here is pretty much like a caravan with an external kitchen unit, a big fridge outside, yeah, which is
Yeah.
typical of a hybrid or even a camper trailer, so you can see where that's evolved from. And then inside they've chucked in a kitchen, so you haven't got your clothes storage space anymore, but you've got a kitchen, which is a good thing. And then you've got a little fridge. So I think the fridge might only be 20 or 30 litre fridge, upright fridge. What you've got to be careful of, you're running here on a normal system of power, there's 2 fridges now. So you've got to get those settings right, otherwise the first night we found, the little fridge inside was just cranking its head off all night, yeah, and so was the outside fridge, so we had to adjust the temperatures down to get it to kick on and off, yeah. You didn't need setting 9 on the interior fridge, did you?
I think it was 7, but anyway.
You only needed like 2 or 3 to keep everything cool, whereas the one outside with the beers in it, that had to be like, minus
Great.
1 or 2,
Yeah, ice
had to
cold.
be cold, which is good. So anyway, if you want to get into the hybrid caravan market yourself, go and have a look around everywhere, but this is your opportunity to hire one. So we'll put some details here and in the description. So this one here from On Point Caravan, they're in Sydney. This is their hybrid version that you can hire along with their many other vans. And take it out, see what you think. Go out for the weekend. I'd certainly be spending 2 or 3 nights, yeah, rather than a 1-night trip, because you'll find the second night things are much easier and smoother. Yeah,
Yeah.
It comes fully decked out anyway, but you just bring your food and some clothes. Not many clothes because they're not fitting, right? Be prepared. Be prepared to have a little case in the back of your car. But that's all fine. That's all fine. And if you like this content, please go back to our site, our page, and have a little look through all the other episodes if you're interested in one of those types of vans, because there are 10 or 12 different vans there you can have a look at. And like and subscribe down here. That would be very good. Okay, so what's the next adventure?
I don't
We've
know.
done caravans to death. We've got our top 4. We've eliminated all them down to 2. Silverline for me. Zone for her of all things. so she likes that. So we'll see what we actually get. I think we've got to get something. Never know. But I do like the Patriot camper. You know what I really love? You hook that thing up and it goes any track you like. Any track. It's better than a hybrid. Yeah? We had some people here over the weekend where we were reviewing, and they had a Cub camper. It was good, but you can see camper trailer, super good quality, but the whole idea of packing up in 2 hours just spins me out.
Well, they did it in an hour and a half, and they thought that was really good. They were on fire.
I just want to get in, open it up.
You want turnkey.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want turnkey. Get there, back it in, turnkey, I'm done.
Now,
That's
Patriot
it.
campers
That's
need
not a
to
turnkey.
make a hybrid caravan.
But they don't, that's not their market. They don't
No, I
like
know
it.
it's not their market. Maybe it could be. They've got things nailed down pat, mate. You look at the quality of their product, it is insane. One guy told us once it was the dearest tradie camper van, the dearest tradie trailer you'd ever seen. That's not correct. Yeah, it's full of good stuff. So anyway, I think maybe I got to get myself a Patriot camper, and you got to get yourself some other thing that you like.
I'll have a zone, and when it rains or when it's too hot, you can knock, and I might let you in, or I might not.
No,
you might just can stay out
I'll be
there
fine.
with your Patriot buddies.
I'll be fine.
That's fine.
Okay.